final setup of my quadcopter. It's been a few months and the weather's rotten. As you can see, it's snowing outside, so it's pretty cold and stuff. So I've been working on just finishing this up. I've got the video system installed and everything. The FPV camera right up here on this little bracket. The camera I'm shooting with, this little liquid image sports camera, is going to go down here in the front. I'll show you what it looks like here in the mirror. Just this little small liquid image camera. Takes a pretty good picture so far. So I've got everything ready to go. I don't know if you can make out. I got the motors, balanced the propellers. On these little Sunny Sky 2212 980 kV motors, there's a little washer. They're supposed to, did a lot of research, and anyway, the washer is supposed to go on top. You see it's got a taper, and if it goes on top of the propeller like that, the taper is to allow the blades to fit, and then make sure you Loctite this nut on top. That's how they're supposed to go together. So I've got my video transmitter mounted back here, the 500 milliwatt 5.8 gigahertz unit from Hobby King with Fat Shark Spironet antenna. All the wires run. I've got my LEDs on the arms. I've got green on the front on both sides and red in the back. These are just those strip LEDs that you can get from Hobby King. They're really cheap. They've got adhesive on the back, so I just stuck them on there and then put a little CA glue along the top of the seam, the really thin stuff, to let it flow in, and set up, and they're on there really good. My mini OSD is up here on the one of the front arms, and all the wiring. We've got a bunch over here, and just a little hint to help kind of organize your wiring. A little hot glue, just put a dab on, kind of let it cool a bit, and then just push your wires down in, and it helps organize things really well, because sometimes these can get a lot of wires running around on them, and this will help hold them in place so they don't fly up, potentially getting caught in the propellers or anything. And some stuff you can zip tie down, make sure it stays out of the way. So I'll put my big battery up here on top. I've got the Velcro straps there. The battery for the FPV system is going to go in here in the back, plug in here. That's going to power the FPV system and the LED lights. And just another little kind of a neat idea, I just put this foam on the bottom of the legs. All it is pipe insulation. I'll show you a piece here. You can get it cheap at the hardware store. It's like 75 cents for like a 5-foot piece, just the hollow stuff. And if you cut it to length, however, you know, I just made a 7-inch piece, kind of like the same size as this. I just folded it over and put that on the legs. With some zip ties. Didn't glue it or anything, so just to give it some cushion to come down. If it comes down at a weird angle, these will just twist off and stay out of the way. Maybe save some of the, you know, I've had a few crashes because I'm not 100% experienced yet, but getting better. And to view that, well, I kind of saved up for quite a while, and I bought a set of these Fat Shark base goggles, the base SD. They're really good. I've hooked everything up and had a look, and the picture is really amazing, so that was well worth it. And I've got my backpack set up up here. I've got the receiver up there with another Spironet antenna. The cable's running down. This just goes into my backpack. This is just a piece of aluminum tubing I got at the hardware store. It just slips, this piece slips off with a wing nut here, and I can put it all inside of the backpack. And I just used a piece of blue foam and made up this kind of piece to hold the aluminum in with some duct tape, a couple zip ties holding it in. and I can fit all I'll put my Futaba transmitter in there and all the rest of the stuff. When I go, it'll all be self-contained, and I can easily just with one wing nut there take that off, slide it out, and put it in my backpack. And the top piece, it slides off with the receiver too to put inside. So just kind of waiting on the weather to get going here, and I'll make sure I post some videos here of the first few flights and let you know how it goes. Okay, take care, thanks.